Us now on the phone line is the man helming the National Payments Corporation of India, AP Hota. Sir, thank you very much for your time. Good evening. Appreciate you joining in on the show. Congratulations first up. By when will this go live? And is everyone on board, or are there many banks who are going to come on board? I mean, how many? And run us through those basic details, sir.
It has already gone live right from the month of April. But for last 4 months, what was going on was a pilot run with the employee customers. And the idea was to fine-tune the solution so that employees who are the employees themselves can give the feedback to the bank to refine the package. After 4 months of trial run, now RBI is satisfied, and now it would be going live for the public customers. So in the next 2-3 days, as it was in the news item, really the banks should be placing it on the Play Store. In fact, 4 banks package is already on the Play Store, and in the next 2-3 days, the rest of the banks will be there.
Mr. Hota, but how soon before we start paying our electricity bills, our door-to-door delivery bills, all of those online on your UPI app? Is all of the infrastructure in place for it to be used starting the next 2-3 days when the app is available on Androids?
In next 2-3 days, what would happen is the customers would have the app in their hand. So after and they can immediately do the person-to-person money transfer, which is pretty easy, because they will really just add the beneficiaries and just send the money immediately. And what is going on also, the banks are tying up with the e-commerce merchants. So e-commerce merchants in a standard API, in a very standard format, they can get linked to the system. So that these days in the website, when you really make purchases and the payment time it comes, normally you see the credit card, debit card, and internet banking. Now you would have the 4th option of UPI. And we believe that this 4th option of UPI, the success ratio would be significantly higher. In the current card payment-based transactions, success ratio is about 70-75%, and we believe that this will be about 85-90%. The trial run shows about 90-95%. And in addition to that, the whole range of bill payment systems, bill payments also, they can start doing that. The billers would have to claim, because the UPI is also characterized by the immediate collect. The collect facility is also there. In the current systems, it was not there. Now with the UPI, even the collection is also possible. So the billers can really also collect. The landlord can collect the rent in the beginning of the month. The taxi person can really collect from the passenger. So these are the really usage would really keep on coming in the next few weeks or few months.
But Mr. Hota, there's still a cap of 1 lakh rupees for any transaction to be made on UPI. Is there a chance of that being increased sometime in the near future if you're talking about rent payments and perhaps bigger bill payments happening online on this app?
It should happen, because initially everybody banks felt that let us go in a very controlled way. It is a matter of time. I believe in a few months' time, really, it can come. Idea is to go up to 2 lakh, which is the limit for the IMPS, because it rides for the settlement purpose, it rides on the IMPS platform. In IMPS, it is 2 lakh limit. In UPI, it is 1 lakh. It would go up to really up to the IMPS. It is a matter of time.
Sure. Just one question I wanted to understand from you. How do you ensure the safety and the privacy of customers' data, the huge data that you will be handling across all of the banks?
No, in fact, we do not save any data. No customer information is kept at NPCI level. We are just a pass-through. We collect the data relevant for clearing and settlement. So far as the banks are concerned also, because in UPI, a customer can acquire the customer of other banks. So they have also been asked what they can save and what they cannot.
Appreciate you joining us, Mr. Hota. Thank you very, very much for sharing your thoughts. With that, it's back to you guys.
All seems safe, right, as Mr. Hota was pointing out. Just one point, though, and we were discussing this outside, that banks right now collect a fee, right? Every time you transact via the RTGS or the NEFT route, they collect a fee. This is free.
Yes, absolutely, which is why it may give a huge competition to the e-wallets that banks currently use.
Banks lose a large source of revenue, right?
Yes, of course. Transaction fees is a huge part of their revenues. In fact, and yes, this is a big threat, which is why banks also don't want to miss out on the opportunity. They are developing their own infrastructure to ensure that their customers can also use this UPI.
Did the banks kind of push back when this was first proposed, or they were all on board from day one?
Not at all. This saves them the cost of building that infrastructure. This is a ready-made platform that they can adopt, which actually saves them the cost of reaching out to those last-mile customers.
So net person-to-person transactions are possible in the next 2 to 3 days at least. So if I had to pay you a Prashant, I can do that immediately. Why as easy as a text?
I'll download the app for you right away, and you can transfer up to 1 lakh rupees.
Yes, you may have to do that, Ritu. Yes. Okay.